just need to drag that activity. You just need to drag that activity. Okay, I have the, I mean, I created the one connection, get bank account details. This is SOAP connection. If I wanted to call this bank, I mean, the banker, just drag that invoke activity. There are, I mean, if there are any connections are like active connections are there, the green is nothing but we can call it active connections. If there are any active connections, those connections will display here. So just like you need to select the required connection and drag it. Okay, and just like get bank details using short code. No, you can give any name, like you can some meaningful name. Okay, you can give something. So what does this endpoint do? So you can give the description also, but I don't want to type anything, so just copy it from the tab. And do you want to configure this callback as invoke? This as, I mean, this as a callback invoke. So this one is up. This option has added, I guess, um, maybe recently means not recently, 1 year back or 1 year back, I guess. Do you want to configure this as a callback invoke? That's nothing but it will act as a asynchronous flow. Instead of acting as a synchronous, it will act as a synchronous flow. But as our service is a synchronous flow, I mean, as our service means the Bayer service, the third party web service is synchronous. You need to go for synchronous only. So don't think about this thing. Okay, just ignore the last thing. Next, and you'll have port option is there. You need to select that and complete the flow. So in this way you can complete the invoke activity. Okay, there is an option is there, map activity. There's a map activity is there. You need to click on the map activity to transform to add the values. Okay, if you wanted to add the shortcut value, hard coding value, you can do that by clicking on this. You can do that. But as of now, my motto is like I just wanted to show you that how can we add the invoke activity, and I'm just not interested to call the any third party application right at this moment. Okay, just ignore that. So if you wanted, let's say we thought like something went wrong, so you have dragged the wrong connection, so you don't need to worry about it. So what you need to do is go to this, delete it. So what it will do is, so it will delete this activity as well as uh, this map activity as well. Okay, whatever the map activity is associated with this invoke activity, those actions will be deleted. I mean, this map activity is one of the action is associated with this invoke activity, right? So the actions will be deleted if you delete this one. You can see, right? That's deleted. So you got it, right? So this is like the new feature is available in OSC, whereas you cannot see this feature in ICS. Uh, in ICS, we cannot see this feature. So you have to drag this feature in the actions. But you can see, right, the plus symbol. There are many options are like it's populating, right? But don't expect this feature in ICS. So like tomorrow you'll come back saying that okay, for your environment it's coming here, some actions are coming. In ICS environment there's some plus symbol. When I click the plus symbol, it's not coming here. So don't ask that question because in ICS this feature is not there. In OAC it has a DB and all the things. There is a reason it's pop up and all the thing. Okay, it's a additional feature. It's kind of like for look and feel. So instead of going to this action, so they're adding the plus symbol, like you can see the option. So don't worry about all the things. Okay, and actions. So actions is divided into four parts. uh, so these actions is divided into four parts. The first thing is for the data, for the first section is data part, and the next section is collection part, and third is general, and the fourth is end. So they have categorized the action items. So total we have 14 actions are there. So these 14 actions they categorized. So each action you have to understand each action. Okay, again each action it is having Again, multiple options are there. You'll have to understand what is that action and all the things. Okay. So let's concentrate about the data actions at this moment. Okay. And so wherever it's like, if you wanted to wherever it's like it's not possible to explain now, I will skip that action. But when time comes, automatic, I mean, at the time I will explain those action. Okay. Let's say, for example, stage file is there. To explain the stage file concept, I'll have to explain the file thing. So that's the reason I'm gonna skip this stage file thing, because if I explain now also, you'll not understand anything, because at least I'll have to start one file service, to explain that particular action. Okay. Otherwise, you cannot understand anything. So that action, I need to skip that action. So like that. So total out of 14 actions, the categorized thing, they have categorized into 4 sections: data, collection, general, and. So in the data, again, it has divided into four sections. I mean, four actions. The first action is assign activity. So assign activity, how can I tell that? And so everyone knows DB, right? So I mean, just for like, for your understanding language, I'm just like comparing your known language, but you should not compare that particular language. But for understanding purpose, I'm just comparing. In the DB, while you're writing the PL SQL program, you have option to create the variables, right? It's like, let's say, and input variable and output variable, that kind of like, it's kind of some data type also you will be giving, that varchar2 number. You'll be giving you'll be defining variables, and for that particular variable you'll be assigning the data type as well, right? The PL SQL program. The similar way, in this using this assign activity, you can create the variables. Okay. But don't compare DB with I mean, ICS or OS environment. But just for understanding purpose, I'm just telling, because you people are like from ERP background, so you might be familiar with database, right? So that's the reason